I played soccer almost all my life. I probably started when I was in grammar school, 7th grade, 8th grade. That's about when I started taking it serious. There's just a lot of content, drills online. Obviously, there's a lot of show, a lot of flashy stuff that content creators like to post. There's never like a real like, oh, this is how you get better. You know, it was all up to me. VTF stands for Velazquez Through Football. Velazquez is my last name, Through Football, so it's just me expressing football, soccer, through my own lens, teaching in the way that I learned it. So Sunday, I always have my sessions probably at 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't try to push before that. So I'll normally be up around 6:45, and I always go to the field a bit earlier. I like to always be there 30 minutes before, set up, go through my notes, because I like to take notes of our previous sessions to attack certain details. Right there, I work. Her name is Sophie. She's an 8th grader at the school my dad is the athletic director at. So she's a center back. I've known her for about 2 months. That's how long I've been training her. She is very coachable. You know, she's very open-minded. A lot of the things in the beginning was when I was coaching her, she would struggle a bit, but the fact that she was understanding, she was able to pick up quickly. Right. You find it. There you go. Right. A lot of the time, she would struggle with like the small details of like, you know, easy stuff or passing. But after over time, she was able to like overcome a lot of the obstacles she had when we were trained. Yep, right. Find it. There you go.
Immediately saw him as one of the leaders within the reserve team, one of the best players, and a guy that loved the game. He was always training, always trying to do stuff. I think he was also a really big part of the community that the team had. He had great connections with not only the other seniors that were with him in that class, but also everybody through the program.
I met Robbie in the team freshman year. Played with him 2 years. I didn't play my 3rd year, but I still talked to him that 3rd year before he left. But he was a great teammate, honestly. And that's how I got to know Robbie more and more.
It was through soccer. I don't really remember when I met him, but I think it was just freshman year. We were just, hanging out, and just one day, just started hanging out, and then we started hanging out more and more and more, and then we just became really good friends. I'd say he's pretty ambitious. He was always, trying to get more touches, and trying to play in some shape or form.
He was always eager to train, eager to play, eager to just do whatever if it involved the ball. So he's a very ambitious guy when it comes to soccer. It's something he loves.
I feel like he was really ambitious about it. Probably not to the point where I'd say he wanted to go pro, but you could tell that he still wanted that, be surrounded by soccer. And I was surprised that he started doing that training thing that he does, his side gig basically. I thought he was gonna go into the business realm, but seeing him giving back to those that are younger than him, teaching him how to play is it's really crazy.
I know he's been training individuals, training kids, and doing everything like that, as well as going a little bit deeper into the team coaching industry as well. So I have no doubt that he's going to be an excellent coach.
He's a very good coach, a very supportive coach, always trying to help and give tips if you're messing up. He always tries to help you and support you and not make you feel bad in any way, but to try to make you become the best you can. We always have talks if I'm doing it a little bit wrong, or I'm just not having the best day for soccer. He always has a little pep talk, and we talk about what can we do better and what I'm doing good at. And I really enjoy that because I feel it does make me a better soccer player and athlete. And I think it just helps me throughout the practices and become a better player.
Today's session was more just cleaning up her touches. She has a playoff game tomorrow, so it was a very light session.
I definitely felt a little nervous, but I knew that I just needed to keep going and do not let the emotions and nerves get to me. Definitely throughout the game, like if I did a good job, I remember like it's gonna be good, and if I did something bad, I kind of like memorize myself like what I could do better, just like our coaches say and Robbie says. I kind of remember the pointers and tips that Robbie had taught me throughout the months, and use them for the soccer game, and it definitely was very useful to me.
We talked after they did end up losing. She told me that the team was better with the passing. She was a little bit gutted, but again, she was ready just to go back to work, you know. That's what I like about her. You know, she's always ready to get that next rep, come back next weekend, do the same thing, you know, repetition. So
I definitely feel a little bit disappointed, but I knew that obviously if you lose, it's okay. Wins or loss, you're still like practicing and getting extra practice in, and you become a better player. Definitely felt a little disappointed, but it's okay. Like you move on, and you could always, we'll never know for next year. You could go to championship again. You could always become better or do better. You keep practicing.
a lot of the times in soccer and in life, things happen and you push for things to go your way. And even if you do all the work, all the stuff right, sometimes it still doesn't go your way. And stuff like that just happens. And again, you just have to keep facing adversity and create your own luck.
The ball there. Where is your overlap? Show me the overlap. Ready? Go. Go. Wait.
His dad is my coach for my other soccer teams.
Overlap. He needs an overlap. Go. Yep. That's the overlap. Your pass is to her.
They both have really different styles of coaching, but they're both really good.
Yes. You want to put that ball.
They both try to give the best tips they could give to become the better soccer player, and they always give you pointers and pep talks if you need them.
He never played soccer growing up. He was a baseball player. He played 1 year at college, but he had that sports mentality. He's a coach right now, and I guess that sports mentality kind of drove me when I was younger. I remember struggling to score goals. That was when I was for fun. And I guess his mentality of pushing through, don't give up, kind of stuck on me, or it brought me into that just keep moving forward. And I guess that translated into sports.
Being a soccer coach, I think one of the things that got me started was the need for volunteers. I clearly remember when Roberto started joining soccer. He was in pre-K kindergarten, and I remember my wife telling me, Robert, they need coaches, volunteer coaches. And I would say, no, I think that's a big responsibility for me. I don't think I'm ready. I remember he went through his entire pre-K, his kindergarten, on and off coaches. And it wasn't until he started first grade where my wife just simply said, Robert, I volunteered you. You're coaching. So at that point, I kind of started doing some research. I started relating back to when I used to play, little things here, and making it fun for the kids. The minute I started coaching, I think I tapped into that love of the developmental side for these young athletes, seeing them grow, using these little exercises that we work on the field, seeing them grow and seeing them move into high school, college, and play. That love just kind of kept on growing. And right now it's just one of those things that if it was up to me, I think that would be something I'd be doing full time, right? It's been fun. I love the game.
How would you guys both describe your relationship with each other?
You want to answer first? Or?
I got it. Well, he's my son. I'm his father. So we have the son-father relationship. But I also think that because of the sport, we've been able to build this nice sports relationship as athletes. It's helped. It's helped us for many different things. You get something to talk about. So it's a nice, I don't want to say a friendship relationship, father-son, but as an athlete, an athletic relationship.
Obviously, him being my dad, there's that respect that he's my father. So there's that relationship, and then there's the whole me asking for advice, right? Life, a lot of it is sports because he does work in the sports industry. That's something that I'm trying to do. So him being like a father/mentor, I could definitely see that as another part of our relationship.
From the perspective of a father, you always have those childhood memories where me as a you've got the levels. I played baseball, I played soccer, I swam as well. I played a little bit of basketball, just all around with my friends. But I remember always trying to get him to play baseball, when he was little. And he'd go out there and he'd just stand there and just kind of, I really, really don't want to be here, Dad, right? So as time progressed, as a father, you try to push your son to do a variety of things. And those memories eventually, resulted as, now that we talk about it, Robbie, remember when you were playing baseball? Remember when you were a goalie at preschool? Things like that. Most of the great memories not only have a lot to do with family, a lot of family, we're a very family-oriented group, but as we've said before, athletics.
A lot of this stuff is just things that I remember throughout my childhood, like for example, him talking about me playing goalie and me trying different sports. The situation he's talking about is when I got hit in the stomach, like the first interaction of the game, and I got hit. I saved it, but I started crying. I was young, so I started crying, got off the field and everything, but I think stuff like that where it's like he's always pushing me to do more, to keep doing what I'm doing, because obviously there's life always happens, right? Not just in sport, but outside too. So I think him being that big impact right there with adversity is really stuck onto me.
Going back to the company, going back to TF, could you describe for me both of your roles within it?
Yeah, so definitely, if we simplify it, it's definitely me training, getting the kids that development, and then it's him bringing me some of the players that need help, like they're a little bit more development on little technical stuff, little detail-oriented stuff. So I guess that's a little simplified version of it.
In my background in what I do from my 9 to 5, I'm kind of like, I've always worked in HR, right, from a recruiting perspective. So I've always found it easy to kind of find good talent. In many cases, find athletes that require that little extra work, right? So I always kind of walk over to the parents like, hey, check this out. Start kind of promoting the brand. He does most of the raw work. He's the one out there, moving the goals, connecting, telling them how to connect the pass or whatever. I just kind of provide that support and help in where I can without overstepping my boundaries as well. One of the things that kind of was a turning point, I feel, was as he was nearing the end of his college years, he was worried, what am I going to do? What am I going to do when I graduate, right? Here I am with a degree, and he starts to get worried. I need to get a job and I need to do this. One thing that never faltered was his love for the sport. My words to him was, Roberto, in my experience, when you leave college, there's a transitioning point where you have to take your time and be patient. You're just not going to get out and hit the market and start making money. It's tough, right? Take your time. You're in a position where you can actually do what you would like to do. Perhaps focus on what would you like to do, right? What would be something that's passionate for you? Fast forward to now, right? He has sessions. You see him sitting on the table, just editing, fixing his videos. And if you go on his social media sites, you begin to notice that he has put a lot of work into it. Not only does he understand the sport, Not only does he play the sport, but he has a very good way of explaining the details of these athletes that he's training. I remember telling my wife, I said, I think Roberto would be a great coach. He'd be a great coach one day.